There are always two sides to a story, but there are also two sides to ourselves. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Light versus dark, good versus evil. We've all seen this before many times. For example, the Jedi versus the Sith, Batman versus the Joker, Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin. Boom! Had to nail a Spider-Man reference in there. Either way, we all have different perceptions as to what those sides are for us. For me, I feel a strong difference between the two. Now, some of you may see those sides as the angel and devil on your shoulder. Allow me to share with you the two sides of myself with a little change of environment.
Hi, and welcome to the bright and good side of myself. God, this idea sounded really well in my head, but it is hot as hell out here. This is a side of myself that likes to be a light in everyone's life. This is also the side that you see
most of the time on camera. Now I say most because sometimes there is also
Hello and welcome to the darker half of myself. The side of myself that I'm not proud of. The part of myself that takes in any pain and kind of holds on to it. And if you're here, then, well, when I feel like this, it reflects in everything I do. I neglect to take care of myself. As you guys saw in past videos where my beard was growing out and my hair was even growing, I didn't even shave. My workouts are full of anger. Granted, I hit personal records, but it doesn't feel very accomplishing. It just feels like I'm doing it out of rage. And there's also a color association in terms of my clothing. For instance, I usually wear black, gray, dark green, and sometimes dark purple. Oh, and some reds if it's paired with black. Heavy Akatsuki vibes. As the lighter side of myself, I like to wear colors that are bright or colors that just make me feel good about myself. Colors like orange, yellow, pink, baby blue, even some light greens and reds. Now I know what you're thinking. Brandon, you didn't say any white. Yeah, well, that's cause I can be a messy boy, and stains don't come out that good wearing white. Anywho, before my ADHD takes us into a completely different dimension, character association. I feel like you guys know the characters I associate the good side of myself with already, but my two big influences are Spider-Man and Naruto. The relatability and personality that these two have, I feel like are spitting images of who I think I am. They are the best parts of myself, the side of myself that everyone loves to see with my smile and my good heart. Unfortunately, this side isn't always around. Sometimes I have to come back down from that. You can't be 100% all the time. There are going to be bad days. If I had to describe my darker half as characters, I would definitely say Reaper from Overwatch, hence the hat, and Obito from Naruto. Just a side that's full of past trauma and anger and hatred. A side that I really do not like to show people. Why? Because most people don't deserve to see that side of myself. I'm ashamed that it's there, and it's a side that even I can sometimes be afraid of, but it's there. And I'm slowly coming to terms with accepting that it's still a part of myself and who I am. Because there are always two sides to ourselves, whether we like it or not. Both of those sides are equal parts of us. However, there is something we can do about it.
There's a scene in Naruto where he's, quote, fighting his darker self. In this episode, what Naruto did, instead of continuing to fight his darker half, he hugs him. He shows his darker half love rather than more hate. Perhaps love that the darker half feels that they never got to receive.
I know that for me at least, that's how I feel. The darker half of myself comes from a place of neglect and lack of love and attention from when I was a kid, and the struggles with my lack thereof of a father. This inspired that instead of feeding into that dark side and feeding into the hate, I would show love to that darker side of myself using the better part of myself. That way I can have a better internal balance as to who I am. Because when it comes to the battle of the good and bad parts of yourself, it all depends on which voice speaks louder and which one you allow to speak. I know that I, the lighter side, has more of mental fortitude, whereas the darker side of myself has more physical strength.
Since showing my darker half more love than hate, I haven't really been getting angry as I used to. I feel a little more at peace, not just physically, but mentally. Finding the balance of the two parts of yourself has been done before. For example, you have characters like Mace Windu with knowledge of both the light and dark side of the Force. The entire trope of anti-heroes. The whole alpha male, beta male, then sigma male type whatever thing. Yeah. We'll leave it at that on that one. So the moral for this week, We all have two sides of ourselves.
A light side and a dark side.
It's up to you to decide which will prevail. Thank you all so much for watching. I enjoyed actually changing the environment for a little bit. So if you enjoy this, please be sure to drop a like. It is always so much appreciated here in the sanctuary. For mental health, dating, and everyday life advice, hit that subscribe button. And next to that is a notification bell for every week This Lonely Lover Boy is on your subscription feed. Ooh, we got it again. Be sure to check me out on Twitch every Wednesday night from 7 to 10. This week we did some Dead by Daylight, which was actually pretty fun to come back to after not really touching it since quarantine. So it was a lot of fun.
Just standing there. Menacingly! Yeah, run. You're not supposed to run. Joey, yeah, you
I
can
just
run
see
away.
somebody walking towards them.
Oh, God, he stabbed me.
If I didn't see you this week, I'll see you next week. Folks, we are less than a week away from the Only Oni merch drop. I hope you guys are excited. I just got some of the new merch in the mail, and by God, it looks so good. Be sure to cop your merch. Remember, use code Aries for 10% off your order. For updates on streams and video uploads, please be sure to follow my socials, my Twitter and my Instagram. Again, links will be in the description below, as well as all the equipment that I use for each and every video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.